Our next story is from Moldova, a landlocked country in Eastern Europe, famous for its world-class wine and ancient monasteries. Turns out both seem to be in peril. In peril from what? A Russian invasion. You heard that right. Moldova says that it could soon become a victim to a coup. A coup that is being plotted by Russia. This is the assertion of Maya Sandu, the President of Moldova. Speaking to reports from the capital, Sandu accused Russia of using foreign saboteurs to bring her tiny country's leadership down and stop it from joining the EU. You must listen to this.
The plan for the next period involves actions involving saboteurs with military training, dressed in civilian clothes, who would undertake violent actions, attack government buildings and take hostages. By organizing violent actions disguised as protests of the so-called opposition, a change of power in Chisinau is pursued.
Before I go any further, let me show you where Moldova is. It's a former Soviet state located in Eastern Europe. It borders Romania in the west and Ukraine to the north, east and south. With just 2.6 million people and the lowest GDP in Europe, Moldova has nervously watched the war in Ukraine for the last 1 year. This is due to the presence of Russian troops. A small, unrecognized breakaway state, Transnistria. It is located along the Moldovan-Ukrainian border, and in the last 1 year, Russia has apparently deployed cruise missiles in this territory. Moldova says these missiles were initially meant for Ukraine, but could soon be used against Moldova too. The president has further added that Moldova's opposition parties, along with a few Moldovan oligarchs, are secretly working to implement this plan for Russia. Listen into this now.
In implementing the plan, the authors rely on some internal forces, but mainly on criminal groups such as the formation of SURE, and all its arbitrary ones on some veterans, former members of the law enforcement forces, and on numerous people known for their connections with pioneer Moldovan oligarch Vladimir Plahotniuc.
So is there any merit to Moldova's fears? Are they rooted in reality or based on hearsay? One can't say for sure. But what we do know as of now is that these allegations have been made just a week after Ukraine raised similar fears. Remember last week, the Ukrainian president had said that his country had intercepted a plan by Russia's secret service to quote-unquote destroy Moldova. The Kremlin had vehemently denied this allegation, and it has once again reiterated its message. It says that Moldova's accusations are completely unfounded and unsubstantiated. It has blamed Ukraine for stirring up tensions between Moscow and Moldova. It says that Kyiv, along with NATO, is trying to draw Moldova into a direct confrontation with Russia. And remember, this is something the Russian foreign minister had also said recently. On the 2nd of February, Sergei Lavrov had said that the West was trying to make Moldova another anti-Russian state, and had installed a pro-West leadership for the same. Listen in.
They are auditioning Moldova for this role, the role of a potential anti-Russia project. First of all, because they managed to put in charge of the state using some specific methods that are far from free and democratic, a president who is yearning to join NATO, who has Romanian citizenship and who is ready to merge Moldova with Romania and is ready to do almost anything. Secondly, I will not go into detail, but Moldova is one of the countries that the West wants to be yet another anti-Russia state.
So how do we perceive these statements? Is Russia actually planning to break Moldova's leadership? Is it planning to launch a secret coup? Well, the Kremlin will certainly deny this, but the kind of statements that Russian leaders have been making of late add to our doubts and concerns. In any case, there's no indication of a direct military threat to Moldova by Russia. Not yet. But as for reports of Russia working to launch a coup, when have details of such plans been leaked to the public? WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.